So, happy day in Baltimore after a disappointing Monday night football game. We got some good news today. Marlon Humphrey just signed an extension, 5 years, 98.75 million? Something like that.
So.
Almost 99 million. So making him the second highest paid cornerback in the league, just behind Jalen Ramsey, who's making 20 mil per year. Marlon Humphrey's deal is just puts him just under 20 million per year, like 19 million. So well-deserved, excellent cornerback. And glad he's going to be around for a while.
Yeah. I mean, it was a deal they had to make. It was a no-brainer.
Oh yeah.
You were never going to let Marlon Humphrey walk.
No.
Right. And so now the question is, obviously you're not going to let Ronnie Stanley walk either. Right. So he's probably next up because Lamar's under contract through at least 2023.
Yeah, and they've been working on Ronnie Stanley for this whole time too. So I got to get done soon.
But thanks to Laramie Tunsil, it is not done. But Ronnie Stanley's probably next, and then it's going to be a decision of are you going to also pay Orlando Brown? Because you have to pay Ronnie Stanley, you have to pay Lamar. Obviously, Lamar is going to be coming in over 40 million a year.
Right.
Ronnie Stanley's coming in over 20 a year. So are you going to keep Orlando Brown as well? Or are you going to try to move him? Or are you going to let him walk in free agency, get a comp pick? Or what's going on there?
I'll say this: the way he started out this season, if he keeps it up, he might be more affordable than we think.
My bad. Also, Matt Judon after this season, but I told all y'all before the season started, don't give Matt Judon no money. Okay, don't do it.
Matt Judon, but no, I agree. Like he's not an elite edge rusher. I think he's a solid edge rusher. The problem is you don't have anybody on the other side, so it's easy to take Judon out the game. There's nobody else that you need to focus on. Like there was a point on Monday Night Football where Bowser, he beat his blocker and he was right there to deliver the hit on Mahomes, but he was just that short, like just that slow. He's just a guy. That's why, because even when he makes a good play, he can't get there in time. So yeah, and Judon was just he spent most of the night on the ground. He took a night off.
He was a mess. He had a real bad night. But
he took a PTO.
Good
He
player.
took a PTO on Monday. Okay.
good player, not a great player. So I would not expect him to get. I wouldn't expect him to get an extension in Baltimore unless he's willing
his price came way down. Yeah,
unless he's willing to take below market value, and I don't know why you would. I mean, you hit free agency and someone's going to pay you.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, I wouldn't expect him to be back. Stanley and Lamar, absolutely. Orlando Brown, man, like you said, we're going to have to wait and see how he plays the rest of this year. Still like Orlando a lot.
Me too.
But again, it doesn't matter if he's not an elite tackle, because if he's better than a bad tackle, he's going to get paid a ton of money in free agency.
Yeah. So I would say keeps, Marlon, Stanley, and Brown. We need to keep all three of them. So surprisingly, people may not want to hear this, but I think Mark Andrews is, he could go. I'm not saying I want him to go, but it's easier to replace him than to replace good tackles. But Andrews, tight ends don't get paid that much anyway, so I don't think it'll be hard to extend Mark Andrews.
Yeah, I see them extending Mark Andrews and just letting Matt Judon and Orlando Brown go. I think they'll spend picks at tackle to replace Orlando Brown. I think they're probably not worried about trying to find a new right tackle.
I think that would depend on how the rest of the O-line plays, because right now the interior O-line looks a mess. And it's early, and you just got to see how those guys play. Matt Skura's coming off an injury. You want to see how he progresses as the season goes along. How if he kind of gets back into the flow of things. You got to see how Tyree Phillip develops. He's just a rookie, so you want to see towards the end of the season if those guys step up. If it's still looking like a mess at the end of the season, and we need to spend some money fixing the interior O-line, they might be less inclined to let another good O-lineman go.
They might be, or they might just say, you know what, we were gonna take a wide receiver in the first, but turns out we need O-line help. So screw you, Lamar.
Yeah, again. But no, happy for Marlon Humphrey, well deserved, and yeah. So we're on to Washington.